We're so glad to welcome you to another episode of the Feel at Home podcast series with Seven Frames in association this time around with the Cross River State Internal Revenue Service Board. Now, if you're a Nigerian, if you're a Cross Riverian, there's one word that has stood out from last year up to this year, and that word is tax. A lot of us, the last time we heard about tax was the jingle, Aripo, pay your tax, stop to the run. That was the last time I heard about tax. But somehow tax impacts our everyday life, and we haven't been noticing it. Let me not say we have been doing it, but not noticing it. But yes, it only came out in the open more from last year, and when they said January is when it starts, everybody started panicking. A lot of misconceptions were spewed out on social media. What those misconceptions are, an expert is with us in the house today to talk to us about it and clear the air once and for all. So it is our pleasure, it is our delight, it is also a privilege to bring to the mic and the camera this morning Dr. Patience Eku. She is the head of revenue assurance in the Cross River State Internal Revenue Service Board. You heard the word assurance, and she's the head of that assurance. So any doubts you have about tax, any questions you have, all of you will be laid to rest on today's episode. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning, Jason.
So you're a doctor of tax.
Actually, a doctor of law.
A doctor of law?
I'm a lawyer.
So what is a lawyer doing in a tax agency?
Okay, taxation is actually 99% law. Because if there is no law, you cannot tax the people. Okay. So who should handle it better? A lawyer. So,
the area of law we know is the one in courts, the litigation aspect, the family courts, criminal courts, and all of that. So this is a nice twist, and I'm happy to.
Thank you.
So before we go so much into the business of the day, which is basically tax, we would like to know a little about you.
Yeah. Okay. My name is Patience Eku. I'm from Cross River State, precisely at the local government area. I'm married with 3 beautiful girls.
Oh, you don't look like you have 3 children.
I have 3 children, actually. I've been with the Cross River State government for like 15 years now. I've been working as a state council with Cross River State government. I work with IRS.
Wow.
Yes, and presently I was moved actually from the legal department to head the revenue assurance unit.
Oh, okay. That's really nice. That's nice. So we have a professional through and through, from career to family to everywhere. She's an all-rounder. We'll start with the misconceptions. Personally, I heard one. So let me bring out my own misconceptions first, and you can clear out the rest.
Okay.
One of the misconceptions I heard was every transaction you want to put out there, put in narration.
Well,
put in narration so that they will not tax
no,
you.
that's not true. Actually,
And means were crazy.
I don't really know where this came from. Actually, why do you need to put it in narration?
So the government will know that this money I did not use it to do like this, so this was what I used it for.
No, that's not true. There's nothing like that. Okay. We have what we call taxable income. Which is your salary, could be from those in salary employment, your salary, what you earn at the end of the month, could be taxed. If you're in business, the profit from your business is taxable. If you're into cryptocurrency, it's taxable. So it's not everything that is taxable. When you sell your assets, we could tax that. But your money in your account is safe. Nobody gets to touch your money.
Doctor, we need you to re-emphasize that.
It's safe. You don't need to put any narration on, this is... I see people put things like contribution. I actually went to the beach, actually, to get stuff. Okay. And then when I finished, I was like, okay, I brought out my phone to transfer. The woman said, no, don't try that. Except you're going to put that it's for contribution. And I asked her, I said, why should I do that? She said to the government will not tax my money. Oh, and then I just didn't want to. I said, Ma, so for all of us here, we are going to actually be transferring to you, and we are putting contribution. If government actually wants to tax that money in your account, what government asks you, is everybody contributing with you or something, having this arrangement with you?
Exactly.
And it took a while before I could actually change her mind. Like, no, Ma, it's not true. It took a while. And it dawned on me that day, like, wow, this thing has gone this far. Yeah. We actually need to do more to let the people know that they need not be afraid of carrying out banking transactions. Because you know what that will mean? It means people will now start keeping their monies at home, yes, which is actually very bad. Yes. Because she now told me, go and get money from POS and give me cash. I had to sensitize her and those around her that day that no, please, nobody will touch your money. It's wrong. There's nothing like that, please.
So which money is now? Since the one, okay, if the ones in our account are not being touched, how do we? If I want to say transfer money to buy something, I go to the hospital, I go to the market.
Just do your transfer, your usual transfer.
No taxes.
No.
I don't need to put in narration.
No, you don't need to put in narration. Now, what comes in is what we've actually been paying before now. That's the stamp duty issue, which is on the transfer. It used to be 10 naira. If I transfer to you, I get charged 10 naira. You also get charged. But now, based on the reforms, the sender bears the burden. So I'll be debited 50 naira for every 10,000 naira and above.
I send
out from my account, not you, the receiver.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's where they got that thing from, but that's just what, and it's been there. It's nothing new. It's just that it kind of changed. The models of payment changed from, okay, let only the sender bear this burden. So that is it.
Okay, then it used to be the sender and the receiver.
Yes.
Now only the sender
sender pays.
Would that cause a bit of a problem? Like if you're to go to use the POS now. So POS will not be the one to charge me for this thing if I am sending to them.
No.
But because right now if I send money to a POS, they'll want to charge me for duties, POS duties.
Okay, for the POS, I think that's like their kind of business. But if you're sending money, if I'm sending money to you, you won't tell me that put something because I'm going to. No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, so it's wrong.
It's wrong, actually. It's wrong.
POS people, I know it's your line of business, but you have heard, madam.
So nobody should use reforms to, like, I call it scam people out there. No, it's wrong, actually.
Right. So now, what monies are taxable since the ones in the account are safe?
Okay, your income.
My salary.
Your salary. If you have a business, your profit from that business. Okay. If you sell your property, for instance, like this building is yours and you want to sell it, it's an asset. So you get to pay, which has always been there. The capital gains tax has always been there, but now it's now being treated as an income for you, the person selling. Is now that money you make from the sale of your asset is now an income. However, there are exceptions to it. If you're selling, if this is your residential building, you live here and you want to sell it, you will not even pay that tax. Yes, because you're selling your property where you live. Okay. So you're exempted from even paying. So you see, it's not as bad as they make it sound out there, but you're entitled to that exception once in a lifetime. Yes.
So what if I have like 3, 4
No, for other you're exempted to just that one. You can't reside in more than 2 or 3. And you can't keep selling your
properties. No,
you can't. Then if you're going to be selling your car, for instance, the one you drive, not the one for business, not your KK that is for business purpose, the one you drive, when you sell, that money that comes in is exempted because it's your personal car. But you can't sell more than 2 cars.
Yeah, I understand. Unlike houses, you can own more than 2 cars.
Yes, you can't sell more than 2 cars in a year.
Okay.
So that you don't start doing car business and you're saying it's my
personal
you get
car.
It. So government has to also protect her own end. So you're entitled to sell just 2 cars in a year. And it won't be taxed. That income is your money.
But those are for like big people. How about the
now down to the regular people? The truth is, these reforms is actually for the have-nots. That's those that don't have. And that is what Nigerians don't know. Yes. It's actually meant to collect from the haves. That's the HNIs. That's the high net worth individuals for the benefit of those that the low-income earners that don't have. This is how it works. If you're not making up to 800,000 in a year as your income, you're totally exempted from paying personal income tax. Okay. Now, for those in salary employment, it's very easy to do that and get exempted. But for those in the informal sector, the business people, you have to get your records right. Keep records because you have to actually show us, this is my record, this is what I did, this is my profit, to show that you fall under those that did not earn more than 800 in a year. So you're totally exempted from payment of personal income tax. You get it? See why I say it's for the have-nots. Okay. Then the HNIs are the ones we're actually focusing on because they have so much. They should be having their equity contributions to the state.
So to be a big man now is a problem.
It's not a problem because you have so much. So contribute so that government can use these funds to actually provide for those that don't have. How will government provide? Public schools. It's from the tax government funds the schools.
What about the other taxes they have been collecting?
Hospitals.
A lot of people might argue like that.
How much comes in? Those are most of those things you're talking about are little levies, and those are levies they pay because okay, the service government has rendered, and you're paying that levy in return. Yes, but for personal income tax, you're totally exempted. So it means the poor man gets to channel that money to do something else for himself and his family. And then you know about the VAT, the exemption for food, medicine, fees. There's another part of it I've not talked about. Okay. Rent, 20% relief. So if I rent a place and I'm paying 500,000 naira as my rent for a year, when they're calculating my tax, I have a relief of 20% of that 500,000. Okay. And then who pays rent?
Well, how would they know that that money is meant for rent if I don't target rent in the narration?
You don't need to target rent. Just come with your receipts. Get receipt from your landlord.
Oh.
Yes, there should be evidence to show that this is what I paid as my rent for 2026. And we'll treat it and honor it.
Okay, so in this taxes, I thought it may be something the government automatically cuts from the bank.
No.
So it's something we will have to...
You file your returns, actually. We've been talking on radios, TVs, even our social media channels. You have to file your returns. You have from January 1st to 31st of January to file your returns. It's this taxation is more like it's what you tell government uses to charge you. You have the form, you could fill it online, you could get hard copy, though we are doing completely e-filing now. Okay. You declare your income. You tell us yourself. So when you do that, and it will show that you're earning below the 800. For those earning below, you're totally exempted. But if you don't file your returns, we don't get to know about that.
What if I choose not to file my returns?
You're going to pay. There are penalties for non-filing of returns, annual returns. Yes, before it used to be just 50,000 naira for an individual, but now it's 100,000 naira. And then for subsequent months, you keep paying the 50,000 naira until you file that return.
Ha!
So you see, why we are carrying out this sensitization is we love our taxpayers because our relationship with the taxpayer is a continuous one. Leave it or take it. You will always be our taxpayer in Cross River State, so far as you're residing here in the state. So we'll always meet with you. So we are sensitizing our taxpayers. Know this. We don't want to fight. We are guiding them to get it right because the penalties. If we are supposed to be helping, we want to actually help the poor, the low-income earners. Then we should help them get it right by sensitizing them, so that they won't have to be paying penalties that they would ordinarily not have paid if they had done the right thing. So file your returns. Keep your records.
So where do we get access to file these returns?
Okay,
is it like a monthly thing? Is it like a yearly thing?
It's yearly. Yearly. It's ongoing now.
Okay.
Yes, you can file your returns. You go on our platform, crossriverpay.com, and file your returns. Then I would like to talk about the tax ID thing. Okay. That's another aspect that everybody they say they're going to see my account. I will not have access to my account. I don't know where they used to get. Negative.
Travels fast.
Travels fast. It's not true. Nobody will touch your account. You can actually, and then people start coming to our office. They want to come and get tax ID. You don't need to. You just log in and get your tax ID with your NIN for individuals. Then for corporate, for companies, you use your company registration number, rec number, and you log in. In 3 minutes, you have your tax ID.
So if you have the My Cross River app, you can as well download the My Cross River app and get your TIN from there. Either way, Cross River Pay, My Cross River app, it will still give you the same thing. All right, now we'll go over to the benefits. Okay. Now, it's one thing to collect taxes from people. It's another thing for them to benefit from the taxes, because it's just like, I don't mind paying for this as long as I'm seeing something out of it. So what do we stand to benefit if we abide by paying our taxes?
Okay, I would rather speak on the benefits of the reforms before I get to benefits of paying your taxes.
No problem.
First of all, we'll be talking about multiple taxation in Nigeria. Yeah. It's something from national to the local government, and it was actually affecting businesses because you get to pay on the same item to both the state and the local government. For us in Cross River State, we started harmonizing those collections like waste management and refuse disposal. Waste management is to the state, refuse disposal is to the local government. The same thing. So the chairman of the Inter-Revenue Service, Prince Edwin, had to work on harmonization even before these reforms. So we started pairing those collectibles like that, business permits, business premises, signposts, signage. So we had actually started harmonizing before the reforms. So with those reforms, multiple taxation, which is actually a Nigerian thing. The truth is, my sister, when you check multiple taxation, I did my research on multiple taxation in the telecommunication sector. And then when I checked online, and only Nigeria, they see issues on Nigeria. And I was really very ashamed. Like, oh my God, Nigeria, please. So thank God for these reforms that has actually been handled. Those matters have been harmonized. There's even going to be a new harmonized taxes and levies. The state is working on one. You know how our December was. So we would have gotten that passed by the House of Assembly in December. So hopefully very soon we are going to get it passed as they return from their recess. Then next is there's going to be digital way of administering taxes in Nigeria. What does that mean? Leakages will be handled.
Okay.
The fact that you can't pay cash to somebody means that you'll be paying to the proper channel, which is government account.
But how about the market woman who still pays cash to those people who charges them in the market with those small tickets?
Yeah, those tickets. There's something we're working on. Making use of USSD.
Okay.
So you don't need to have an Android phone or something to make these payments.
Even
so
a
touchlight phone, you just USSD. We won't started it. You just use your USSD and that is it. You get, even if it's 200 naira, you just pay that and you're done. Okay. Yes. So
is it a daily thing? Is it still going to be a daily thing?
No, like I said, there's going to be the harmonized taxes and levies has actually handled it in such a way that it's to be stress-free for them. Now, it's a levy, it's going to be stress-free for them. So the fact that leakages will be handled means that government has enough now to handle the needs of the people. Poor man picking go by public school. Poor man picking when if you go abroad, go study, go get better secondary school here to attend. You get? How about our hospitals? There'll be enough to fund the hospitals.
So are you sure? The government has started taking taxes before now. This is not the first time.
Like I said, leakages. There'll be enough for government to handle the needs of the people.
Well, we hope so. Yeah. We really do hope so. But we've looked at almost virtually everything. We'll just bring it down to Cross River State now. How prepared are we?
We are very prepared in Cross River State. I think Cross River State was even one of the first states to start working on this harmonization.
No, say it again. Say it
again. Yes,
we
were one of the first states, actually.
Right.
Yes, I can say that with my chest.
Head of assurance, you can assure us.
One of the first states, actually. Yeah. We have actually asked our consultants not to issue any assessment notice to taxpayers for the year. Okay. They should hold on to get it right. And then we've asked people, we've told people, we are sensitizing people, please do not pay cash to anybody. Don't. We've told people, stop it. And the chairman is taking it as in very seriously, like, let me just use the opportunity to tell you, if my chairman catches you collecting cash from anybody, you're on your own because you go in for it. Because lots of sensitization has taken place on this. We even issued a press release telling people to stop it. So you can see that we are serious about this. And then the taxes and levies harmonized that was sent from national. Okay. We had worked on that with the Ministry of Justice. Okay. And it's been forwarded and soon is going to be passed into law. We're going to also be having a new Cross River State Revenue Administration law. Like we are stepping down from national, like by domesticating what they have done there because lots of changes has taken place, so we can't still be dwelling in the past. So we have a new revenue administration law of the states that will soon be passed by the House of Assembly. For our staff, we have actually trained them so much to know what is in the law and act accordingly, because even the staff will not be spared. True. Yes, so we are ready.
Let's be clear. You said they shouldn't pay cash to anybody. Yes. Who are these people that will come asking for cash from them that they should not pay cash to?
There's this saying they used to say, there's always a what in the midst of
a Judas.
A Judas in the midst. So that person could be a staff of Cross River Internal Revenue Service.
So if people come to your premises and says we are staff of Internal Revenue Service,
please don't give them cash.
Wow.
tell them I'm going to the bank to pay.
Okay.
If you don't have the app on your phone to make your payment, go to the bank and direct deposit using your tax ID.
Okay.
And then the revenue code, because for every collection there's a revenue code. So if someone is asking you to make a payment and that payment does not have a revenue code, just know that they don't just to banjo, you don't want to steal your money.
Just know that, like a personal account number.
Exactly. Do not pay money to personal accounts. Please don't. Because personally, when I carry out review, you come and tell me, objection review meetings, and you come and tell me, actually your staff came and I gave that person 10,000 naira. The person said, I used to tell you, you're on your own though, because we've told you not to. So it means that your money is gone. It's gone. So for your own good, please, that money, we want you to put it into business, because we are actually making Cross River State to be very conducive for business persons in the state. So please don't throw away that money. Put it into your business and pay using the channels that we have provided for you to make payment. Even if it's me talking that comes to you, please report me to my chairman. Okay. He's very accessible. Oh. Just come and report and tell him that so person collected cash from me. Please don't pay cash to anybody, please.
All right. For the sake of emphasis, in case you made this program halfway, we are talking about taxes and everything taxation, and you're encouraged to go to crossriverpay.com. Yes, to access your TIN or to get your NIN, and just start doing your tax. What's that word again?
Tax ID.
Tax ID, and to
file your returns. Make your payments through the payment channels.
Or if you have the My Cross River app, it's very easy. You just go there, sort it out, get your TIN, and start being a tax-abiding citizen. And before we let you go off this morning, what message do you have for everyone watching, be it Cross River, Nigerian, all over?
Okay, please just let the fear go. Let it go. The reform is actually for our good. I don't know if you're HNI, but for me, I'm not HNI. And I love these reforms because I get to enjoy certain reliefs and exceptions. So please, just take your time. I know it's a kind of bulky document. It's a 4-in-1 legislation, actually. But just glance through. You have soft copies around. Glance through and look at it and see. Be open-minded on the provisions of the act. You'll see that most things that you're picking from social media are not true. So just relax yourself. Do your business. Comply with the provisions. File when you're supposed to file. Pay through the channel you're supposed to pay. And it's going to be a smooth one for us, our taxpayers out there.
It will be. We hope so. Thank you so much, Dr. Patience.
Thank you,
this is really fun.
Same here.
Thank you. Please do not be an Aripo that's running away from paying his taxes. Even the Bible says, give back Caesar's things to Caesar. All right? Until we meet again in our next episode, my name is Jessam Brown. Bye for now.